Hi and welcome. Hello everybody. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. Welcome to another of my videos where we're going to be doing some happy stamping. I like to, just stamp things that make me happy sometimes, and today that's going to be one of those things. So I've grabbed out some colours that I like the look of. I also grabbed some favourite stamps that I've been working with quite a bit with lately. Painted Poppies. I've recently been doing a class on that one, and I've got a whole bunch of videos about to come out, and yeah, because I did a class on it, and I also have got a little kit for it. I've had one person purchase the bundle, so if you purchase the bundle of Painted Poppies with me, the stamp set and the dies, then you will actually, I will send you the kit for free. So if you've got to be in the UK though, guys, or Europe. So hello everybody, Monica, Kay, Tina, Linda, lovely to see you guys. Let's just get my device up so I can read your comments. So let's just go over what I've prepped. I don't know how many I'm going to make, but I've just cut out a few pieces of cardstock here. I don't think I've ever stamped on purple posy cardstock, so that's going to be a first tonight. A nice light colour, but pretty, a nice pretty background. And then I've got, I believe it's Sahara sand here. I just had it lying around and I grabbed it and cut it up, so I could be wrong, but I think it is Sahara sand there. And then I used a couple of dies from the Painted Labels dies, the rectangle ones, just to cut out a couple of rectangles that I imagine I'm going to put in the centre. So we're going to try and do a floral design, kind of splaying from the centre and all the way round. This is such a simple, easy technique to do if you're just kind of starting in this kind of approaching floral stamping the way I do it. I hope you'll find it easy and really a good one to tackle. So sometimes I use a focal point, like, I don't know, a post-it note, just to help me focus my mind. The only thing is I've got to make sure that this post-it note is smaller than my frame. So probably it'd just be easier if I cut a couple of these down to size. So I'll do that. Hi Susan, hi Cindy, lovely to see you. So just pop that on there and give that a little trim. How is everybody? And how's the weather? We always do this. We're so British, aren't we? How's the weather? We've actually had a bit of sunshine today, which is really needed because we've got areas around and about that are severely flooded and needing this water to recede. So it's been nice to have some sunshine out and about. All right, just want to check that that's smaller. Yes, it is. So as I said, a post-it note sometimes just to help focus the mind. You don't necessarily have to have it there, but it gives you something to work from. Okay, it's just a little guide. So that's fabulous. Right, the colours I've got out are Crumb Cake and Sahara Sand. Now I did use that last week, didn't I, with woven heirlooms. Got the purple, Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, Petal Pink, Crushed Curry and Grapefruit Grove. I just thought they were nice soft colours. I guess I must be in the mood for soft colours at the moment. So we'll start there. And then Lovely is the Day and Painted Poppies. Alright, so these are the two stamp sets we're going to be using. Right, let's get started. Cindy, we've got Cindy Schultz and Cindy Schrock. Are you sure you're not two of the same people? Both Cindy S's. That's so funny. Honestly, the amount of times we have such interesting sort of similarities of names of people on here. It's such fun. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm opening all my ink pads. I don't know. Hopefully I won't get too confused. I'm going to leave Gorgeous Grape for a moment. I don't know. I thought, oh, maybe if I have them all open, then I won't have to keep opening and closing. I'll just do quick stamping tonight. Oh, and a sneeze. And maybe another one. Oh my goodness. Right. Oh, all ready to go, I think. I can see your comments now. Oh, stuck my finger in there. That's not very good. Actually, I think I've got one that has a bit of paper around it. Yeah, I'll go for this one. I'll go for this one instead. Got a bit of protection on that one. Oh, that's good. Great, Steph. Good on him. Is he up north or is he down south? Oh, sorry, I've got to get my stamps out. Oh dear, I'm all of a tiz. I'm not concentrating. All right, let's put that one on there. Hi Joy, nice to see you. Hi Jane. My blocks need a bit of a clean. Right, let's get some Sahara sand down first. Hi Martina. Hi Jamie. Hi Beth. Snowing. Ooh. Okay. So this is possibly a technique you could do with a Stamparatus, but don't move the stamp, move your card. Right, I've got the poppies here. I think I might go in with the purple. I'll go with the purple. Right, I'm only going to ink up half of them though. I'm going to do them at a slight angle. Oops. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that, but never mind. Get a bit closer in. Hi Janice. Oh, of course I can zoom in, yes. Sorry, bear with. Okay, is that better? Right, so that was Highland Heather, and I just used Sahara sand in the background there. And then we've got the this lovely poppy image, this one here. And I'm thinking maybe a bit of gorgeous grape for that one because it's slightly darker. Maybe one up there, and one there. Now these are going to need a bit of colouring in because they're very bare at the moment. Oh, I'm not sure about this. I think I've ended up going a bit too busy. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep stamping. think I might just come in with something a bit peachy. So this is Grapefruit Grove. And I'm using this little kind of, I don't know, splatter stamp to colour in my poppies here. And that's the useful thing when a splatter stamp is quite small, because you can use it to do this kind of thing and get all this lovely texture going on. Oh, that looks better, I think. Just gives it a little bit more of a focus. Now, the other thing I could have done was actually masked off these poppies. Is stamp the poppies first and then mask them off. But, you know me, I like to go straight in there and get on and stamp sometimes. And I'm experimenting. You know, I might not have got this all planned out. It might not quite turn out how, you know, as brilliant as always. No, not that it always is brilliant. Yeah, you know, we'll see. Okay, maybe a little bit of, I think this is crushed curry we have here. I don't know whether to do a couple of leaves. Do something a bit different. Get a different bit of colour in there. And then we do have this lovely image here that's great for, I don't know, colouring in different areas. I wonder what it would look like with the crushed curry in the centres over the purple. Oh, it just lightens the centre up a bit. That's nice. Yeah, that yellow's helped brighten it up, I think, Martina. Oh, we do have this one here. Let's get some more yellow in here then. Remember, I am stamping on Purple Posy, so the colours are not going to be as vibrant as if I was stamping onto Whisper White or Very Vanilla, because you almost get a slight mixing of colour here. But anyway, we'll see, you know. There we go. I'll just pop that piece back on the top. Yeah, for me it went wrong with the poppies. I think I need to do less poppies. That's okay. Next time. Right, let's have another go. Do something a bit different. I think because the poppy is such a kind of key element of that stamp set, I almost feel like I'm neglecting the poppy if I don't use it. I should just get over that, shouldn't I, and go, no, it's okay not to use it. I don't have to use it just because it's there. So I'm going to put it away. No, I don't need to use you. It's okay. I love you. It's fine. dear. Anyone else talk to their stamps? Right. See, we have got this one here as well, which is quite a nice one. Am I reading? Just give the rim of the card colour. Just give the rim of the card. Oh, do you mean stick it onto something brighter? Oh yeah, for sure, Beth. Yeah, the splotches are so useful for getting an instant kind of like bit of a pow, or just a little bit of background texture. You know what? Let's use them now. Let's use them now to kind of experiment with. Let's get some splotches going on here. I'm almost slightly rock and rolling it so that I'm not getting the whole stamp on. That makes sense. Just kind of like I'm sort of dabbing it down. I love how, you know, just experimenting with just 2 stamp sets and choosing to leave out certain stamps or just choosing to use specific stamps, you can end up with so many different looks. I love it. Okay, so this is Crumb Cake now, which I've not used before. Oh, on the edge, Martina, do you mean put something along the edge of this, a bright colour? Sometimes it is fun just to experiment with just foliage and then go in with some little flowers. Hi, Ruth. Oh, okay. Yeah. You can always catch the replay. Lovely to see you. Thank you for popping in. Hope you're well. Oh, that's almost autumnal. Right, we do have this pretty flower in here that we could use. And also that poppy, but the poppy's very straight, so I think I'd like to have a go using this one. And remembering you don't have to be symmetrical is really useful when doing these kind of things. I've been watching more flower arranging videos, and the style at the moment, there's a style they call a cottage garden bouquet style, and I've noticed that they're not so strict about, oh, you've got to have, if you have one there, you've got to have one there, if you've got one there, you've got one there. It's very kind of almost like you went into a garden and just kind of like picked, like grabbed you know, from your flower bed and just grabbed a few together, and you've got some sticking out here and some sticking out there. I've noticed that's very much kind of the trend at the moment with flower arranging. It's not so rigid. Now, you know, it might be that you still prefer to be quite rigid in your style, but that's fine. But I think it's interesting to try and experiment with something that doesn't look so uniform, however is still balanced, and how you play with that. So it's an interesting process. Okay, now I'm going to mix up. I want to use this splatter now to colour in again with the. Oh, I know what. I'm going to go in with a slightly lighter pink, and I'm going to use the Petal Pink this time rather than the peach, the Grapefruit Grove. I always call it peach because it is a peachy colour, but I'm going to go now in with the Petal Pink because it's a much more delicate kind of colour. We'll see if it shows up. If it doesn't show up, we can always go back in there with the Grapefruit Grove. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Chris. Yes, Martine, if it's overly symmetrical, it doesn't, doesn't look quite right. Okay, I think I will go in now with the Grapefruit Grove because it's not quite showing up as strongly as I want it to. And yeah, look, you can kind of create that almost watercolour effect with this little stamp here. It's very soft and delicate. It's very nice. Okay, worth me going in with that one? Yeah, maybe just at the, if I ink up the end here. So I'm trying not to ink this leaf up, but get that part inked up. Hi, Sheila. Ooh, Pear Pizzazz. Yeah, possibly. Actually, I could maybe colour in some of the leaves, and that's something I kind of discovered doing that rainbow floral wreath the other day. That going in with your blends after you've done some colourful stamping is actually really lovely because you can be more specific about colouring in certain things. So I'm just about to order my Stampin' Blend storage. I'm looking forward to being able to, I need to make a space on my desk for it though. I'm looking forward to not having to rifle through my pens. So, no, I just want to do the odd thing. I don't want to kind of go in there and do too many leaves, otherwise I'll be here forever. But I think just the odd leaf just to make it stand out. There we go. Maybe the odd stem even. There we go. Hi Carol, hi Jackie, hi Sheila. Oh, sorry, I said hello to Sheila already. And I'm going to use, this is Light Pumpkin Pie, which is kind of like soft peachy colour. I'm just going to do a little bit onto that poppy there to make that stand out a bit more. I think because when the blends came out, we were so kind of into just colouring in on Whisper White or very vanilla. I kind of didn't really experiment with doing it onto coloured cards so much, or with coloured inks. I think because they focus so much on, oh, you've got to use the Memento Black, that It's something that we didn't end up experimenting with so much, but it's been really lovely just to get on and have a go and see how it looks. I think I'm going to need a new one of these. Used it quite a lot. Hi, my gamer gone mad to Hagla. There we go. I quite like that. Very soft and gentle kind of effect. And then with that in the middle, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when you cut this die out, it embosses just inside. Look at that. Oh, so elegant. Pure elegance, that is. There we go. That's a good one, isn't it? Right. What else can we do? There's still lots of stamps we haven't used yet, so. Now I want to cut my little post-it note down because I want to have that one as my focal point in a second. Where are my scissors gone? There they are. So let's see. Thank you, Monica. Now, because this is slightly smaller, I think it could probably cope with going up a little bit higher. So let's see what that can do for our bouquet. And I haven't used yet this one out of here, which would look lovely having some traily bits, wouldn't it? Right, I think I'll start with some brown for that, and then, but I might go back in and do some additional colour. Okay. I think this time I might do some peachy leaves. So this had crushed curry on it before, so just get a little bit of a wipe. It could be that this needs re-inking, but we'll try. Oh, it's very faint, but it is very pretty. I know it might not be quite picking up with you guys, but can you see? Can you see that? Okay. All right. Now, what about if we use this one, which is designed obviously for the loveliest of the day one? We could use that to colour in that. Oh, I'm going to go in with a grey with the, what's this? Sahara sand. Use that to colour that in instead of a purpley colour. Let's see what happens. Right. Thinking a few little poppies. Martina, if you want to have an idea how the colour will change with another colour, use the extra colour strip from your stamp pads and put them on clear vinyl. Ah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that would give you quite a good idea, I think. Right, I think I'm going to go in with, I think the tip will be fine enough. Maybe a, what's this? Is this a, oh, that's the ivory. I'm thinking a light crumb cake or to colour in some of these to make these a bit more definite. Yeah, light crumb cake, there we go. Just to colour in some, so we're going in very delicate today, little delicate flower bits. You know what, I am tempted to bring in another stamp set, but one that has a more solid flower, because I think that's what's missing from this piece. Some solid images. But anyway, the colouring in certainly helps to make things stand out a bit more. Right, now I don't know if any of you guys are around tomorrow so it will be around 10:30 UK time, but I'm probably going to do a little live that I'm doing a talk for a local business group about using YouTube for your business, and I'm planning to do a demonstration, a live demonstration of how to use YouTube. And I thought the best way to do it is just to actually do a live, and then if they want to follow along by watching it on their device to see how the chat goes, and they can, and then for them to actually see how I interact with people. So if you're around in the morning and would like to help me out, that would be great. I'll probably just stamp a one sheet wonder or something like that. And yeah, so if anybody is about, it'd be lovely to see you. I wonder how the white craft pen would look. Oh yeah, yeah, that might be nice to highlight different areas. Well, that's just helped to kind of make the flowers and the stems show up. Oh no, it's fine, Cindy. You know, maybe you could pretend to be really naughty and I'll block you. I'll put you in quarantine for a few minutes. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Right, where's that stamp set that I'm thinking about? Oh, there it is. This one here, perfectly framed. This has got some solid aspects to it. So, you know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go for a third stamp set right now. Let's put some of these peaches away. And, hey, should I get a bit of green out? Someone mentioned Pear Pizzazz earlier. I'm not sure if I'm going to find it though. Oh, I did. Everything is still packed up in my... It's 10:30 here now, in the evening. So some of you might be in bed. So that's why I thought I'd mention it. But yeah, don't worry if you can't make it, it's fine. Actually, no, I want to use this one. I do like this leaf. Right, let's see what this will look like. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, has anyone got any ideas what I could do for my one sheet wonder tomorrow that would just wow them? I think I'll do about 20, like a 20-minute one. So if you've got any ideas of things that you've seen me do and you think, oh yeah, I'm not going to do an hour-long, you know, wreath one. I'm just going to do one maybe for a card, you know. Oh, that's fine, Martina. You might be a bit awake. It'll be 11 for you. It'll be 11:30, won't it? You might be waking up and having your coffee. Oh, you're so kind, Martina. I know, but can you think of any? Like, I'm wondering, like perennial essence. I don't want to overload them and have lots of different stamp sets. Because potentially, you know, someone might decide, oh, I like this. I might like to do some stamping, so I don't want to use loads. And then the other freaky thing is that after I've done the event, they might come and subscribe and be actually watching this right now, which would be really odd because they'll be watching me talking about an event in the future that they will then be their past. Anyway, this just freaks me out. YouTube just freaks me out when I start thinking this way. Oh, ouch. No, actually I'm not hurt. It just shocked me. My ink pad just flew across the table. First frost. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful friendship. Yeah, they might like beautiful friendship. That one's a bit of a wow one, isn't it? Beautiful friendship. Ah, okay. think the addition of just that more solid flower just helps a bit, doesn't it? And we'll do some actually around this area here. Now, oh, let me find my little piece that I would be putting on here. Let's have a look. There we go. It's useful to sometimes place whatever it is that you're going to be putting over so that you can get the placement of your stamps correct. And also bear in mind that you want it to be a bit more of a contrast between your label or circle or whatever it is. So to really focus on darkening up that immediate piece around there, an immediate part there. There we go. I like that. Maybe we could just do a little flower down here, butterfly or something, but no. There we go. Very pretty. Do we have time for one more, do you think? Now the other thing that you can do is come in from the edge. So shall we do that this time? Let's do one coming in from the edge, just to mix it up a bit. So you can see how to do that. I think I may have done this before with you guys, but thanks, Martina. Did it? Was it the 12 by 12 that I did, Janet, that got your eye, caught your eye? Yes, I've heard there's a cyclone, Esther. I know, Esther's got a whole cyclone named after her. Oh, thank you, Jane. Who has this stamp set? It's an easy one to miss, this one in the catalogue. It has some lovely delicate elements that work very well with other stamps. Well, I've just rescued my baby animal set back from Esther, so I'm the one that needs to do the baby cards. Donny, I am using Lovely is the Day and Painted Poppies. So if you're watching this video for the first time, please remember to subscribe if you like what you see. And if you're in the UK, you can request a catalogue from me where you can see all these stamps and look at the other products that Stampin' Up sell. Obviously the inks, the blocks, the paper, the trimmer, lots of lovely products available. And also, if you want to shop straight away, if you're super eager to get hold of these, you can actually just go straight to the shop now. Just click on the shop link in my description just below this video. And don't forget to use the current host code, which will be switching over very soon. I might do it just before the end of February because I'm quite eager to place an order in the next, to be honest, next few hours. I'd love to place an order because I'm running out of some things. Yes, if you can't find the current host code, just message me. But if you place an order under £150, use the host code. If you're likely to spend over 150, then it's worth you actually thinking about joining, because you can get discounts by actually joining. So, oh, I like this. It was a bit unexpected with the yellow leaves, but I thought I need a yellow in there, and the leaf is a whole different texture. Let's stick it in and see what happens. And it's worked out really lovely. That little flower there is very similar to some of these other ones. So if you haven't seen the other video of me using this set here, this is Perfectly Framed. This section here actually comes as one stamp, and I've actually cut it up because I prefer to use them separately. So that's why you see that one out on its own. When you come to use it, don't you'll be like, where does that stamp come from? Why is Ruth using it all on its own? It's because I've done a bit of stamp surgery. Oh, you just made a $200 order. Oh. Oh, you're getting it, are you, this one? Yeah, Fable Friends is great for baby cards. Yeah, I've got that one. Also, I think the thing to remember too is that the baby card isn't for the baby, if that makes sense. It's for the parents. So I know we kind of get hooked on, you know, certain types of images, but I don't think it would be terribly wrong to give a family a card that looks like this. It's just beautiful, you know, and maybe you could stamp some hearts into it or some stars or, oh, stars. Oh, I've still got. Now this has carried over. I thought it wasn't carrying over, but I'm really pleased it has. So many stars. See, look, let's just turn this into a baby card now. Let's just stamp some stars. Yep, definitely worth joining if you're going to be placing some big orders. But I do also have some lovely customers who I've offered them, I've said to them, you can join if you want, and they say, no thank you, I'd like just to be your customer. So I am very grateful to them because I am very, very, very close to my Silver Elite target. And this order that I'm about to place will definitely make me go over the threshold. So, oh my goodness, can you guys see the stars? Look how gorgeous that is. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of doing that tomorrow, Reet. I'm going to do a one sheet wonder because I think I'm safe in saying that it's by doing the one sheet wonders that I've got a bit of a name for myself. That's what people seem to know me for. Of course, I do lots of other things, as you can see, but I've become known for the stamped one sheet wonders. So I may as well just sort of focus on that tomorrow, and yeah, it'll be fun. Oh, for newborn. Oh, sorry. Oh, a one sheet wonder for a newborn. As long as they like roses. You know, I'll do a rose one. I know. Janice, are you any closer? I need to talk to you about New Orleans. Oh dear. See, I've broken out the star set and I'm addicted now. Hi, Nydia. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the stars accidentally fell onto the page. We were talking about baby cards, and I said how you could just turn this into a baby card if you wanted to, just by adding stars, and I just had to grab the stars. Oh, you need. Oh, do you, Janice? Have you got a silver under you? That is pretty much the hardest thing, I would say, is to get the amount of demos under you and the silver. But there we go. Right, let's clear the decks and then show off these cards. All the colours here. Show this off in a second. All the stamp sets. I'm trying to make it a habit to go through all the colours and all the stamp sets at the end of every video, so that when it comes to people asking, you know, or finding out what I used, it's all there. And also it makes it easier for when I'm typing up information, I can just have it all in one place to figure it all out. So, right, hum-de-hum. Oh, here we go. There we go. Right. I'm just going to put these on a white background to show these off. Okay, Janice. Nature's Beauty. Yeah, that's a good one for baby cards. Right. Need to find all the little... All my little pieces have disappeared. 1, 2, I had 4 of them. There it is, right. So you could go for having a different colour as your label, or you can go for having the same colour. Just depends what look you want to go for. I would say if this is going to be something like a sympathy card, I would go for the same colour to keep it all very elegant and neutral. But there we go. You like to take a screenshot? Oh, yeah. Well, I will take photos. It's just that if you want a record of the photo straight away. Obviously, please just use the screenshots for your own use. Please don't be pinning it to Pinterest or anything like that, because I like to have control over where my images... Where the images on Pinterest end up. Sorry, the links to the Pinterest pictures end up. So if you wouldn't mind, just use the pictures just for your own use. Right, so there we go. No, hold on, that wasn't the first one. Let's go with the first one. This is the one that I struggled with the most. But I think, you know, it's not a shabby card, as they say. Not too shabby. In the UK, we say not too shabby. There we go. I'll come in a little bit closer So you can see all that lovely detail. There we go. My phone is obviously at a weird angle. Yeah, that one's not too bad. Then I did that one. So I didn't overdo it so much with the big flowers. I decided not to use the bigger flower for that one. And it's interesting just to see what the brown then looks like with that one. There we go. And then we made this one, which has the focal point a little bit up higher. Not the focal point, the radiation point. The radiating point, I think. Is that the way you describe it? And so it's nice to have this extra bit of space just to do some longer trails and, you know, hanging things. So that's quite nice to do that. You like the neutral, okay. And then this is the final one. Now I haven't actually planned to put anything on this one. I mean, you could maybe put something there. It lends itself to having a circle, to be honest. Or just nothing at all. Or just stamping a sentiment somewhere on there. Or just leave it plain and put all the sentiment on the inside. I'm doing that an awful lot at the moment. Leaving cards plain and just writing my own messages on the inside. So there we go. Who says I want them all? Oh, Martina. Oh, bless you. Well, I should do random acts of kindness, actually. Actually, I have talked about doing some swaps over on Artful Stampin Space, just to get an idea of who'd be interested in doing that. Let me just double check that you are all members of Artful Stampin Space. If you're not, please click on the link below, and there's various places that you can find me. So there's my Facebook page, which is Artful Stampin, and then my Facebook group, which is Artful Stampin Space. And if you go and join in over there, realistically, I don't think I'm going to get it done tomorrow because I've got a very busy day tomorrow, but maybe Friday and over the weekend I will look at setting up some maybe swap lists so that you can maybe send a card to a person below you in the list. And then if you want to supply me your you will have to supply me your email addresses for that, because sorry, not your email, your physical addresses, because probably the safest way to do it is either to send it to the person who needs it, or me, or whatever. But I'm wondering if I did have addresses, I could then do random acts of sending out cards to various people. So there we go. They're all beautiful. The neutral one is your favourite. What, this one or that one, or that one, Linda? Which is your favourite? What size card am I using? I am using just under 6x6, Vanessa. So this is 14.3, 14.35 by 14.35. For ease of cutting, you could always cut it down to 14. And actually, I would recommend you do that if you want to use the round poppy die, which, oh, I've just lost it. It was here a minute ago. It was on my desk because I've just used them. I'm sure I just showed you them as well. Okay, I think you know the one I mean though. You know the die set that these came out of, the Poppies one, it has that lovely round element to it. So if you're using A4 cardstock in the if you're Australia or UK, if you actually cut this down a little bit smaller, you will then be able to cut out, because you end up with this strip here. and this is slightly too small to cut that round die out of. So if you cut it a bit smaller, you should be able to fit that. All right. Okay, I'm just going to pull out a bit because I need to go through the stamp sets I used and the colours. So we used mainly Painted Poppies and Lovely Is the Day. Then we just had the very little addition of Perfectly Framed because of these more solid images. So you use whatever solid images you've got. You may have got other, you know, Thoughtful Blooms is quite a good one for this. It's just to add that extra bit of kind of solid imagery for that. And then I couldn't resist going in with some stars, but you could use a splatter stamp instead if you don't have this. And there are lots of stamp sets that have little stars in. It's just one of those generic things that it's useful to have in a stamp set, so I think Stampin' Up put them in from time to time. So you like the one on the you like this one. Oh, there we go. Right, so we've got colour-wise, I like to get them in some sort of colour order when I do this. Pear Pizzazz, Crushed Curry, Petal Pink, Grapefruit Grove, Crumb Cake, Sahara Sand, Highland Heather, and Gorgeous Grape. But you know, you don't need both. You could probably get away with using one or the other of that one. And I didn't really use Crumb Cake an awful lot, so again, you could probably get away with using that one, that one, that one, and that one mainly. And then when did I ever use the green? Oh, for this one. Yeah, you definitely need a green for that. So that's Pear Pizzazz, which is a kind of nice mid-green, light to mid-green. So an unusual palette, but it just seems to have worked. There, really. So I guess on the spectrum of colours, you've got these two, which are these ones which are kind of complementary, the peaches and the yellow. And then you've got the green next to it there, and then purple, which would be kind of opposite those. So split complementary, as they call it. Right, thank you for your company, guys. I've got to get myself all packed up for tomorrow's shenanigans. Mr. Sandman, give me a dream. He's come. Yeah, my eyes are starting to feel sandy as well. Right, guys, thank you so much for your company, as always. Don't forget, if you ever want to support my channel, please donate via PayPal. You can do Super Chat, but it's probably worth doing PayPal because PayPal take less money. And of course, if you would like to be my customer in the UK, then that's a great way to support my channel as well. And I've got a new way of rewarding you, which hopefully means that you'll get the products that you want to. So lots of love to everybody. Take care for now. Bye.